Good morning to you. Hello, happy Tuesday. And I am borrowing my neighbor's porch because it is still quite early and this has sun on it. So, anyways, I received my leadership magazine, which I love and adore all of the inspirational stories. So, you can also purchase this in your back office. But today I really liked the article they had on the compensation plans and why doTERRA chose the Unilevel. So I'm just going to I'm going to go over a description of 3 different types of compensation plans that multi-level marketing uses. One is called binary, the second's Breakaway, and the third is Unilevel. So these were all really foreign to me until I started really digging into more of the business side of doTERRA and what Unilevel actually offers. So this is really, really informative and very simple way of putting it. So I thought I would share. And so what is really cool about doTERRA is the top presidential diamond only needs is only required to have 162,000 overall volume. 162,000. Other companies require their top leaders to have 1 million or more in team volume. Also, doTERRA has a retention rate of 70%, which is high compared to other companies that have 10 to 20. And this is because doTERRA really gives us products that we need and that we use every day. So it is very sensible for them to have such a high retention rate. So I am just going to share what are the 3 types of compensation plans, so kind of describe them. Binary is only 2 people can be placed on your front line. Compensation is based on the group volume of each leg. Commissions are usually paid on the weaker leg, which is kind of a bummer. This plan is not driven by levels, but the volume within an organization is limited for payouts. When a distributor doesn't qualify, commissions return to the company. Breakaway, this is another type of compensation plan, is your business-focused downline breaks away from your team when they decide they want to build for themselves. There are monthly team volume requirements for all leaders. When a leader breaks away, they take their volume with them. Leaders are then paid on the number of generations of downline groups. So I would think that would be very, I think in the Unilevel, I've noticed a lot of ebb and flow. Like there are people that come in and use it right away, and then they just stop using it, which is perfectly fine. But I think that this would be really hard to work with when you build and build and build and then they leave. And you don't have that support anymore. I think that would be really hard. So here's the Unilevel that doTERRA uses. Each builder is paid on individual levels, and they go to 7 levels is what they use. Structure is very important. Placement of individuals in your downline is key. Requirements for rank and bonuses are based on overall volume and width. There are no limits on width or depth, but you are only paid on a limited number of levels, which is 7. So I have some really, I know structure was huge lots of question marks for me, like what is this all about? So if anybody has any questions on structuring, frontline, downline, or even more on the Unilevel, just comment below and I'll be happy to expound on that. Next, what are the pros and cons of each of these groups? The binary pros are the plan is easy to explain. I'm sorry, I always hold this so close. The plan is easy to explain. There are frequent payouts. Cons are usually people are only paid on their weakest leg. There is no reward for the leg that represents the greatest amount of effort. You have to have two legs to get paid. The plan faces regulatory changes, both from the FTC and abroad. It is only good for single product companies. It is more beneficial for business owners than consumers. Revenue is not continuous. It will be up sometimes and down just as quick. The Breakaway pros and cons are your pros are your payout could be very large. It is a great plan for those with exceptional recruiting and selling skills. Your cons, the plan itself is difficult to understand. Distributors have a tendency to stockpile product. The plan pays the highest levels, the most money, while significantly less goes to the lower levels. There is a low retention rate. It creates a compensation within the organization. Unilevel pros and cons. The pros are it provides a great option for part-time distributors. There are supplemental bonuses. The payouts are large. There are no limits on the number of people who can be on the distributor's front line. A good tip that I did hear is so many people work for their power of three, so you have 3 on the front line. Don't freak out if you have more, because a lot of times the people on our front line decide that this is not a way that they want to go anymore. So you then have other people on your front line that you can build with and focus on as leaders. So this is not a bad thing if you have a lot of people on your front line. Do not freak out. It's actually really suggested to have more than 3 on your front line. No limits to the number of people who can be on the distributor's front line. Residual income is secure. Cons are there are limited levels of pay. It requires time and hard work to build. It is usually slower to build, and there are smaller checks initially. I really liked this about the how doTERRA has not only just chosen the Unilevel, but also changed, like fit it to them. So they've also added the power of 3 and the fast start bonus. Because of the checks being initially smaller at the beginning, it's nice to have these bonuses just to help you along the way while you're putting in the time and the effort into building your business. It's nice to have these bonuses along the way. So doTERRA does that for us. And then also in the larger, once you get to silver and above, you get different bonuses based on your overall volume for the business, for like doTERRA as a whole. So you get larger bonuses then. So that was my Tuesday tip. I was excited to share with you, and I remember like getting on and still like refreshing myself on these things is really, really good. So I hope you guys are all doing great and have a fantastic Tuesday.